The man who pulled the trigger, Thomas Matthew Crooks. The would-be assassin was armed with a semi-automatic rifle, America's most popular weapon, used in some of the deadliest mass shootings. It was legally purchased by his dad. The FBI used it to trace, then identify the 20-year-old.
The shooter may be deceased, but the investigation is very much ongoing.
Moving to a small Pittsburgh suburb where he lived, suspicious devices, potentially explosive materials, were found in his car and home. Crooks had no criminal record, no signs of mental illness. He was a registered Republican, but donated $15 to a Democratic-aligned group. His former classmates described him as smart and polite. Others?
He would sit alone at lunch. He was just an outcast, and you know how kids are nowadays, so they're going to see someone like that and they're going to target him because they think it's funny or whatever.
The FBI digging through his phone and online life, piecing together the final moments that led to this.
He's on top of the roof. Don't go over there. He's on the roof, buddy.
Using aerials from the aftermath of the shooting, we know Donald Trump took to the stage here, facing a crowd around 6 p.m. local time. Crooks, having been spotted by several members of the public, was here on the roof of a neighbouring property about 130 metres away. At 6:11 p.m, just a few minutes into his campaign speech, loud popping sounds were heard in the crowd and Trump ducked. Within seconds, a Secret Service counter-sniper poised on a roof behind the presidential candidate returned fire and Crooks was dead. But central to the investigation, the catastrophic failing of the Secret Service, Crooks was seen by spectators crawling into his sniper position before he opened fire.
Yeah, someone's on top of the roof. Look. There he is right there. Right there, see him? He's laying down, see him?
A local police officer reportedly climbed a ladder to confront him, but retreated when Crooks pointed the rifle at him. And still, he was able to fire on the former president before his security detail did anything. One spectator, 50-year-old Corey Comparatore, paid with his life. He used his body to shield his wife and daughters.
Corey died a hero. Corey was a girl dad. Corey was a firefighter. Corey went to church every Sunday.
Two others who were wounded are now stable.
Political disagreements can never, ever be addressed through violence.
This would have been the first election Crooks could legally vote in, but what drove the 20-year-old to try and murder a former president is still anyone's guess. In the United States, Miley Hogan, 7 News.
My guys, take a look at that yard.
It is exactly what these counter-snipers train to do. But this was the first time in history, according to a former senior agent, that a Secret Service sniper killed a would-be assassin. But clearly a shot too late. In the moments leading up to the deadly shooting, you can see those two counter-snipers scanning for threats in their positions on the rooftop behind former President Trump. Their high-powered rifles appear to be pointed in the direction of the gunman's position on an adjacent building overlooking the rally. Within seconds, chaos.
He's going down! He's on the roof! He's going down! Stand here. He's on top of the roof. Don't go over there.
The sniper appears momentarily startled by the gunfire, his face leaving the scope, but then quickly recovering and taking out the would-be assassin.
There's no room for error, so that shot placement has to be absolutely precise.
You can see the guy there.
Authorities saying this is the lifeless body of the shooter on the roof of that building. According to a former agent, Secret Service counter-sniper teams should have scoped out and advanced all those areas where there were potential threats beforehand and known what the line of sight to Trump could be.
The fact that somebody was able to get within 200 yards with a rifle and be on an exposed rooftop, be seen by other people there, be seen by where it should have been cameras and drones and many other things in place, to watch for that, something broke down. That shooter with that rifle should have never been that close to the former president of the United States at a venue like this.